financial gain for this act. I have no political agenda, as I'm not even a member of any political party or organization. Told me to help the poor cyclist to get this madman off the streets. Kanya ang aking alok na tulong legal dahil sa tinding takot para sa kapakanan ng kanyang pamilya.
Yourself to investigation and surrender the firearm and surrender yourself to the police officers investigating. So,
Philippines, then we might have a problem. Our courts will always try to convict on the basis of the existence of proof beyond reasonable doubt, and it might be difficult to achieve that level of standard.
Sa kapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat mga kababayan, at kunento ni Atty.Fortun kung paano niya nakilala itong siklista, at dito ay sinabi niya rin kaya pala umano ayaw na magreklamo nitong siklista ay may takot sa kanyang buhay, at naninigurado siya na ang kaligtasan ng kanyang pamilya. Kahit inoper pa pala ni Atty.Fortun ang kanyang libreng serbisyo. Ang galing ano? Libreng serbisyo mga kababayan para sa siklista. Dahil isang siklista advocates pala itong si Atty.Fortun. Ngunit wala siya umano magawa kasi hindi nga talaga magpa-file ng kaso itong si siklista. At sa ngayon, sa nangyaring investigation, ay pinapalabas pa ni sinungaling na si Alfredo Gonzales na ang siklista pa ang may kasalanan. Ngunit kung ang itong siklista ay hindi nga magreklamo, ang kanyang anak naman ay handang magreklamo at ipakulong umano itong si Tanta. Kaya nga naman maghain din umano ng Senate resolution itong si Senate President Sen.Zubiri para mabigyan pa ng proteksyon itong mga siklistang kababayan po natin.
Atty.Fortun, this time you are our resource person.
Yes,
You're not counsel.
Counsel.
Yeah, you are a resource person. So you have all the time in the world to express what you want to express.
Chairman, Mr. Senator Bato de la Rosa, Senator JV Ejercito, the other honorable members of the Senate Committee on Public Order, magandang tanghali po sa inyo. At around 10:30 a.m. of August 27, 2023, a member of Pinoy Road Bikers Incorporated, a SEC-registered cycling forum, of which I am one of the moderators, and after expressing to me his concern about how a friend of his was maltreated by a gun-toting motorist, forwarded to me a video of a road rage incident that occurred 2 weeks prior. I could have easily ignored it. Hindi naman yung siklista ang naagrabyado ang lumapit sa akin for my help. Nakakatakot yung itsura nung naglabas at kumasa ng baril. And my initial instincts was not to get involved. However, a voice inside me, a conscience that has been molded by my favorite saint, Saint Josemaria Escriva, whispered to me that this man had done the same act of threatening others in the past. This wasn't the first and last time he will do it to a cyclist, a motorcyclist, another motorist, or a neighbor. Saint Josemaria has exhorted laymen to be spontaneous in moments like these, to be selfless despite the obvious risks to life, to be a saint in the middle of the world. I posted the video on my Facebook page and asked for help to identify the gun-toting individual. I knew that there was no financial gain for this act. I have no political agenda, as I'm not even a member of any political party or organization. Hindi ko kailangan magpasikat. My close friends and even the media know that I enjoy my privacy. But my duty as the moderator of the largest cycling forum in the Philippines and my duty as a citizen of this country compelled me to help the poor cyclist, to get this madman off the streets, to protect other Filipinos who might be his victims in the future. Nung kinagabihan, nag-usap kami mismo nung siklista. Sinabi niya na takot siya para sa pamilya niya. Kahit na nangako ako na ilapit siya sa mga senador tulad ni Senator J.B. Ejercito, Bato de la Rosa, or Pia Cayetano, kahit na sinabi ko na ibibigay ko sa kanya ang lahat ng attorney's fees ko kung ito ay ibibigay ng husgado, tinanggihan niya ang aking alok na tulong legal dahil sa tinding takot para sa kapakanan ng kanyang pamilya. Ginamit niya po yung word na riding in tandem. Pwede niya pong aminin yan ngayon. His refusal to avail of free legal services did not dishearten me. Instead, it steeled my determination to pursue this matter, even if it meant exposing my family to danger. For I come from a state university where the graduates live by the motto, kung hindi tayo kikibo, sinong kikibo? Kung hindi tayo kikilos, sinong kikilos? Honorable Senators, I come to this hallowed chamber to ask for your help. Yes, you do have the power to conduct investigations to ferret out the truth not only on what happened between Alan Bandiola and Wilfredo Gonzales on August 8, 2023, but also to find out from where Mr. Gonzales acquired the temerity to pull out and cock his gun on an unarmed cyclist. Sinong nagbigay sa kanyang lakas ng loob? Sino ang kanyang sinasandalan? Ano ang ginawa ng mga responding policemen? Why was Bandiola left alone, afraid and hungry for 5 hours at Galas Police Station? The only outcome being a handwritten kasunduan that even left out the details of the grave threats committed by this ex-policeman, who should be held responsible for Bandiola's seeming loss of faith, that his honor would be vindicated and that the perpetrator would be punished. As a Filipino citizen, I ask the honorable senators to see if our laws need to be amended to ensure that only those who are psychologically fit would be given guns, to increase the penalties for gun holders who are found to have misused the guns they have been privileged to possess, to provide for funds to increase the number of closed-circuit televisions in all barangays for the protection of all, and to instill upon the Philippine National Police to live by its promise, quote, to serve and to protect, close quote. Finally, I believe it is about time that a law be passed that truly encompasses the needs and protection of cyclists, to consider tax incentives to companies that provide bike parking areas and shower facilities, to consider giving tax exemptions to employees who use their bicycles instead of their cars as a practical way of decongesting Metro Manila streets, to reduce the customs duties and taxes for bike parts so that the same may become more reasonable for the bike-to-work community, and to improve the bike lane infrastructure so that more people will be encouraged to use the bike lanes in going to and coming from work, if not for exercise. What happens to Mr. Gonzales is not my concern. That is a police matter. Kung ayaw ng siklista na makulong si Mr. Gonzales para di na mangyari sa iba yung ginawa sa kanya, nasa sa kanya na yon. My only wish is that out of this Senate investigation, laws will be passed for the protection and good of all, for cyclists as well as the general public. I have faith that you fine gentlemen and ladies of the Senate can make this happen during our time. Maraming po salamat.
Thank you, Atty.Fortun.
TV, if the Senate or the House of Representatives can take this up. Tamang-tama, marami tayong cyclista sa Senado. As you already know, Senator Pia Cayetano, Senator JV. Senator JV, as a matter of fact, goes to work in a bicycle almost every day. Kaya very important po sa atin dito na malaman kung anong mga hakbang na pwede nating gawin na hindi po maulit itong road rage, lalo na to our motorcyclists and to our cyclists, and to anyone in the riding public in general. It can be somebody in a public utility vehicle or even a driver and in another car, nagpabanggaan at nagka-road rage. We want to prevent that. It's unfortunate that we, through the course of this hearing and together with the events that we've been hearing in the news na ayaw po magsampa ng kaso ng cyclist. So in a way, takot din sila sa buhay nila. So what we need to do, Mr. Chairman, is to come up with policy and possibly a special law that will be against road rage on its own. We can come up with a special law, no? Tungkol sa road rage mismo. Para sa ganun ay maski na po natatakot yung naagrabyado na mag-file ng kaso, it becomes people of the Republic of the Philippines versus so-and-so. Dahil ngayon, it will become the burden of government to file the case against these individuals. I'm also happy to see General Torre. General Torre is a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, and you know, what he did was, when he resigned, was a show of delicadeza. And we appreciate that, General. I hope there are more of you in PNP that have delicadeza. So We appreciate your act and sacrifice. But at the same time, nandito din po yung, I'm sure nandito yung LTO, nandito po yung, of course, the PNP is here. And all of us are, for example, tayo, Chairman, we are responsible gun owners. We're shooters, no? But we know the limits of our ownership of our guns. It's not like the United States. Meron po silang Second Amendment. Second Amendment ng Constitution, constitutional right nila to bear arms. Sa atin dito, it is a privilege given by government. So, pag nag-abuso po tayo dun sa ating pribileyo, binigay ng gobyerno sa atin, pwedeng bawiin po yan. Dapat malaman ng taong bayan. Pwedeng bawiin po yung baril na yan, yung lisensya, permit to carry, at i-confiscate lahat ng baril nyo. It is not because nabayaran nyo, sa iyo yan. Hindi. Pinahihiram lang ng gobyerno sa iyo yan while you are showing good behavior and conduct. So, I think in this case, meron na tayong standard operating procedure. Pag nagkaroon ng road rage, of course, kung illegal yung baril, huli, kasuhan ng illegal possession of firearms. Kung legal yung baril at mali yung pagkalabas ng baril, agad-agad dapat yan ma-confiscate din. And of course, charges can be filed under the violation of the firearms law, which is grave threats. Kung hindi po, under my limited knowledge on the firearms law, kasi hindi po ako senador nung pinasayan. That was the time I had also resigned, like General Torres. This was in 2011. They passed it shortly after. I know that you have only certain reasons why you want to pull out your firearm. When your life is in immediate danger, when you are defending your home and your family, and even then, you have to subject yourself to investigation and surrender the firearm and surrender yourself to the police officers investigating. So, kailangan may SOP na yan. Pag nangyari po yan sa kalsada na yun, may naglabas ng baril, Mr. Chairman, automatic, kasuhan under the firearms law, and of course, confiscation of firearms, including the revocation of his PTC and pati yung LTAP. LTAP kasi violation yan eh. Dapat one strike policy tayo dyan kasi kung hindi, buwis buhay yan eh. Kung mainit talagang ulo ng tao, isang putok lang, patay na yung tao, hindi na mababalik yung tao, hindi na mabubuhay po yan, at yung buhay ng tao hindi naman natin mababalik. So, pati na rin sa LTO, is the LTO here, Mr. Chairman, no? I think the LTO should also be very quick in their response with these issues. In the United States, if you're caught overspeeding at over 100 miles an hour, your license is permanently confiscated and revoked by the DMV unless you petition in a court. May court case yan eh. Automatic arrest. I think they'll arrest you and they will automatically revoke your license. If you're drinking under the influence of drugs and alcohol in the US, yung DMV, yung Department of Motor Vehicle, automatic cancellation of license yan. Plus kasuhan ka pa ng katakot-takot. Automatic jail. Hulihin ka, dadamputin ka, ilalagay ka sa kulungan. So, sana ganun din, pag may road rage incident at ginamitan po nila ng kotse ang isang siklista o isang bystander or whoever riding public, dapat aksyonan din ng LTO yan kaagad-agad para may deterrence. That doesn't need a special law. They only have to implement their rules and regulations in the part of the FEO, in FED pala sa PNP, and also sa LTO. But I'm with you, Mr. Chairman. I am here to support. If there is a need for a special law on road rage, meron tayong special law on hazing, meron tayong special law sa iba't ibang mga on cybersecurity, on cybercrime. We can come up with a special law on road rage and you will be supported by the leadership of the Senate. I'm just here to point that out as a policy question at the same time in aid of legislation.
Well, to the comments of the Senate President.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh,
Have the floor.
There appears to be at least a move to try to have a special law with regard to road rage incidents where there is no complainant. As a legal practitioner of 35 years, there's always a problem with that, no? Especially when you go to court and then there will be a need for witnesses. If it's just the people of the Philippines, then we might have a problem. Our courts will always try to convict on the basis of the existence of proof beyond reasonable doubt, and it might be difficult to achieve that level of standard if there is no witness who will go to court and then who will testify as to what is of his own personal knowledge. That being said, the PNP has filed a case of alarm and scandal, and this complaint was filed by the PNP QCPD itself. What we have here, honorable senators, is proof of the existence of or the commission of a crime. The CCTV itself is proof. And the evidence can be attested to by the CCTV operator, the barangay people who install the CCTV cameras. If you take a look at the CCTV, there's actually a person there who can stand as a witness. And Mr. Bandiola himself mentioned the security guard. He can easily be identified to be there at the scene of the crime. Even if he does not testify, and if the PNP warrants it, there can be the basis for criminal charges, not just for alarm and scandal. I mean, with all due respect. Easily po, nakikita ko po is attempted homicide. Why? Because Mr. Bandiola himself says, kailangan niyang isandal yung manibela niya doon sa sasakyan eh. Otherwise, titilapon siya and baka may makasagasa pa siya sa na dumadaan na sasakyan sa likod niya. That act of swerving very abruptly, muntik na matumba yung siklista. To my mind, that is already attempted homicide. There's an intent to harm, and homicide could be the possible effect. Grave threats is also very evident. And of course, slander by deed, which is pag binatukan mo isang tao in public, which caused damage to his reputation. I mean, there are sufficient bases, and you don't need a witness. But that being said again, what if there was no CCTV camera? So that's why I had also proposed, if there's a way by which the Senate can probably increase funds for all of our barangays to have these CCTV cameras. Kasi kung ganyan ulit na walang testigo, actually, pwede pa rin po na yung taong makagawa ng krimen ay mapapapanagot natin sa mga husgado because there is proof. Thank you po.